through various parameters. So you have gone through various parameters, what the thing is going on and what the thing is current scenario, what's needed now. So that's the major scenario we are going to discuss today. So as accreditation stands everywhere, starting from admission to college growth to your institutional ranking and your sanction intake, or stepping up forward from one college to another college, everywhere the accreditation plays a major role. When your institution gets accredited, it shows the quality, how much it starts growing. When the department gets accredited, how the policies and the outcomes are available in your departments. That's the NBA usually stands with. Usually NAC will deals about the overview process. What's you are going to design after next 5 years. Like that the NAC process will be. But as the NBA, you have to measure the values. It's not deal about the process. You have to measure the values. How much mission has been achieved, how much data has been received. Like that, you have to design what the things and what the scenarios behind this. That's a major thing we are going to see in this current scenario. As NBA deals about the program, the undergraduate program have different sets of PEO and POs, and the postgraduate program have different sets of PEO and POs. Both maybe have a same department in the ECE, but while choosing the design of POs, it should be in the level of undergraduate or it should be in the level of postgraduate. That's the thing we have to discuss about this. As institutional characteristics, you have to decide how the institute gets grown. If department gets grown, automatically institution will be gets growing parameter. But as a scenario, when you are considering some parameters measurable in terms of department, when the mission of department gets achieved, then 20% or 30% of your institution mission will get automatically achieved, right? So there's the things going on. So you yeah, sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sorry. Sorry for the delay. So when you are doing some of the formulation like mission, vision, PO and POs, you have to repeatedly measure how much mission has been accomplished, how much vision has been accomplished. As mission gets accomplished only, then automatically your vision also gets achieved. So that's the thing you are going to do the measurement. So coming to the institutional parameters, my slide. Yeah. So institutional characteristics. What are the institutional characteristics might be? So while it starts from the construction itself, for what type of community you are living. Is this a modern culture or urban or rural? Starting from the construction of your building and the culture you have developed inside your institution, the moral value, ethical values always plays a major role in your institutional characteristics. So you have to decide how the scenarios will be. For the community of Chennai, how our constructions will be. It should be a ground floor and 1 floor construction, or it should be a 10 floor or 15 floors of construction will work out. So, for a Chennai perspective, in our locality, you have to measure the construction of a community, how to attract the community to make your students, make your institutional values a higher one. So as a culture, how is it a gender bias, or it's a woman based college, or you have to provide a dress community, it should be a modern culture, or how the way of dressing, how the generation gap can be adapted. All these terms can be measured in terms of culture to provide a institutional characteristics and the ethical values, moral values, the way of hierarchy, how the scenarios will be, and the roles and responsibilities given, and how the roles has taken in the society level, and what type of scenarios has been maintained in the society level, and what is the expectations from the students or community to fulfill the engineering dreams. Is this satisfied by our institution? Is the facilities available in your institution? That's the major characteristics. What the IIT Madras is having, the same facilities is having well, then both the students will be competitive in the entire global world. So that's the things going nowadays. What the expectations by the industries should be fulfilled here, right? So you have to think wisely, and everywhere, even for your faculty, for your students, there should be some short-term goal, and by achieving the short-term goal, you can able to achieve the long-term goal. So everywhere you have to design some short-term goals and long-term goals. Your long-term goal should contain 5 to 6 short-term goals, and by achieving one by one short-term goals, finally you can achieve the mission of long-term goal. All the parameters of short-term goal, long-term goal should be in relevance with the mission and vision of your department and also the institution. So as outcomes, when you are taking so many remedial measures, the outcomes will be positive as well as negative too. Because when you are getting some of the positive outcome, you will be much satisfied. When you are getting some negative outcome, then you can able to clarify where the mistake has happened and where the negative roles has been inbuilt and what the things I have to change to make the negative into a positive. Like that, the characteristics should be continuously measured. So coming to the main agenda, the mission and vision statements, right? So that's the major thing nowadays in the entire scenario. Whoever's framed, this is the mission of your department and this is the vision of your department. Mission of the institution, vision of the institution. How you are relating the mission of the department and institution mission. Is both are overlapping? Is both are similar? Is both are adjacent? There are so many questions. Whoever the NAC expert or NB expert comes to you and looking into your vision, always they states that it can be lightly remodified because each and every person have so many things in their mind. Like in this perspective, you can frame the mission like this. The future is towards a higher end, where it can be a knowledge level or it can be a psychomotoric test or it can be an attribute level. So the way of perspective, whoever is going to design is always towards a future statement. So my dear friend, just to think it out. Whenever you are designing some of the vision, mission, or PO, it should be related to your future, not to your present or past. So you have to think wisely where the future stands. After 10 to 12 years, where the Valamall Institute should stand, how our department should stand. As a ECE department, I have to stand it here. As a CSE department, I could stand it here. So there will be a person to person, there might be a variations. So you have to think while taking some of the parameters, there should be some of the stakeholders in the sense of both internal stakeholders as well as external stakeholders. Internal stakeholders is always helps you to measure the present and past values. From considering 2012 to 2018, our department has grown like this. So as a future value, I can fix the value over here. I can easily able to establish 12 center of excellence. Already we have established 6. So we can move to more number of center of excellence by inculcating some of the research culture like that. The internal stakeholders can help. What is the current scenario of our college will help you to achieve this type of long period of time or mission. So that can be helpful with the help of your internal stakeholder. Whereas external stakeholders like industrialists, employer, parents, alumni is the most wanted external stakeholders, as alumni is connected with so many companies or higher education centers where he or she can pursue his MS in foreign universities, can put your hurdles, your open statement, and make everyone to reach it. Yeah, well connected statement. That's usually alumni will do. And you are connected with the industrialist and employer, and what the industrial needs, they will communicate with you. They can give input of what the industry is after 10 years, how the artificial intelligence and data science comes to in the field. So as a ECE department, you have to write the mission and vision towards the artificial intelligence, machine learning, to make the students a well educated one. Like that, they will give so many inputs from in and around your stakeholders. So as per the NBA statement, vision is a futuristic statement. As I have already told, the vision can be accomplished after 8 to 10 years. The vision cannot be easily accomplished with 1 or 2 years. It should be a long period. You can take so many remedial measures and it should be satisfied at the end of 8 to 10 years after formulating. As a 20 to 25 years of institution, they have already accomplished 2 to 3 missions and visions, right? So they are start upgrading their vision towards the current century. So the institution would like to achieve over a long period of time, and they have to cut short the mission into a vision to mission with 4 or 5 segments. One is related to academics, one is related to research, one is related to in the sense of your social community like ethics, moral values, creativity, like that. And one is related to your state of art laboratories, one is related to your industry powered centers, like that, right? So everywhere you have to think, you have to cut short the vision into 4 or 5 missions maximum. As NBA states that a mission statement will be 3 to 5. With the accomplishing 3 to 5 mission statement, it will always reaches the vision statement. So I have given one suitable example how your vision should be and how your mission should be. So to emerge, always the vision of the statement is like that. You will start that the vision of the Department of ECE states that it will be achieved to emerge as one of the finest institutions in the field of technical education as well as research through focus, effective, and sustained monitoring. That's the main thing. What the NBA usually do. Monitoring of mechanism. How you are monitoring? You can tell I am providing a quality education. How you are measuring the quality education? Is the quality is by oral way or it can be a measurable way? So that's the quality education you always have to measure. Whenever you are measuring some of the quality things, you can easily able to measure. Yeah, I am moving into a right path where the quality of education is delivering to the students through faculty mode. So still my quality of education is not improving. I think the mistake is through course outcome what I have formulated, what the program outcome I have formulated, and what the things I have to educate to my faculty, whether I have to bring the faculty to NITT mode, and I have to bring more number of training lecturers to faculty first, what the OBE, what the OBC, what the OBL will do. Like that, faculty have to get trained, management have to get trained, where the monitoring of programs and resources should be continuously promoted to faculty. How the effectiveness of the teaching, how effectively you are using the resources like ICT, as everywhere they are starting telling in COVID situation, you have to use the ICT tools as we use a more latest technology. In previous, we have used only chalk and talk, but nowadays we have gone through so many webinars and so many lectures through various foreign universities have delivering a lecture talk to all the 60 students. You are getting connected through your Google Meet or Zoom or everywhere the resources has been connected. I am using smart board. With the help of smart board, I can easily able to mark it. Now in the screen itself, I can mark it. This is sustained monitoring, and this is our mission. And this is the mission I have formulated. Like that, I can easily able to mark, and I can use the ICT tool where I have to spotlight. This is the spotlight. Just to read this. This is the spotlight. You have to look it into the vision. You have to look it into the mission. Like that, you can able to find the way very easily. So that's the major thing nowadays, right? So you have to, as a faculty, a modern technology. You have to adapt to entire modern technology and produce outcome-based education, outcome-based curriculum to our wonderful students. Then only the program outcomes, course outcomes, learning outcomes here everywhere gets achieved. Else it will be a one-way communication. The way of achievement is not at all done. So to achieve this vision, I have a mission to develop high quality professional ingrained in ethics, wisdom, and creativity for the betterment of the society. So this, as I have already told, 3 to 5 missions can be formulated, and this mission deals about the social relevance activity. This mission deals about the social relevance activity. By achieving this, I can do some of the social relevance projects. Social relevance necessity can be easily achieved with the help of mission. So coming to the main thing, while formulating the mission and vision statement, how it can be formulated, whether management can formulate and just circulate to the department and just follow this? No, you should not do that. It is always a bottoms up approach. So when what the scenario will be, you have to conduct a meeting first with the internal stakeholder. Who are the internal stakeholders? There might be a students, faculty, and management. They are the three internal stakeholders who are available in your institution. So they started meeting and started discussing with the students. Our previous vision and mission is this. How much it has been achieved, they have to measure. After that, they have to started creating new vision and mission statement for the department. So while formulating for the department, they have to think, they have to get the input from the student, what the things you needed currently, and what the things you have been missing nowadays, and what are the things you have needed. The students starts telling, we need quality education, we need industry powered centers, we need regularly internship, we need in-plant training through IAPC, we need free paid internship, we need social relevance project. We have to work with NSS and NCC to understand what the gap has been society and the institution. We need to measure the curriculum gap between the industry and the institution. Like that, they will give so many things. After that, faculty will give. We have to measure the curriculum-based framework. We have to adopt the outcome-based education. We have to do the advanced learner and slow learner activities. Like that, so many inputs has been received from the faculty. After that, management has takes all these points and sit with the academic council and governing council, and they started framing the vision and mission to the institution. After formulating the mission and vision, it should be finalized in the governing council meeting, and finally they will start delivering the vision and mission statement is approved by the governing council, and they will start release the mission and mission of the institution. After releasing the vision and mission, they started circulating to the department and state that this is the final vision and mission, and you have to work along with this and formulate the vision and mission of the department. On that time, department will form a department advisory board, and in this advisory board, student will be there, alumni will be there, professional society. If a EEE department have IEEE as a professional society, EC department will have IET as a professional society, or ISTE, like that. Professional societies are so many professional societies. Civil department have a number of professional society, biomedical have BMESI, SEEE, like that. Professional society members will be there. After that, industrialists will be there, alumni will be there, employers will be there, parents who have background relationship with engineering, or who may have education background like arts, or who might be also your doctors. Like that, input from the parents will also be taken. Involve all the stakeholders. So you will get 20 to 25 inputs from all the stakeholders. After that, do discussion with all the stakeholders and do the brainstorming mechanism with the help of faculty from your college and as well as to the outside college who is available in your department advisory board. You started doing the brainstorming, whichever is applicable to our institution, to our students' level of mindset. These are the mission I can give, so that after 8 to 10 years, my students will be in this type of level. Like that, brainstorming can be done. After that, you have to do the SWOT analysis. What is the strength of your department, weakness of your department, and opportunities and challenges or threat. You may have taken a SWOT or SWOT. So you have to take that. And the challenges you have to measure. As an institute, there are 565 engineering colleges are there. And how my student in ECE will be a quality engineer after 4 years, how he might be a quality engineer? What are the challenges to our institution? You have to measure all the things, and you have to take the long-term goal and short-term goals, and you have to evolve the mission and mission statement based on the above discussion, and you have to formulate the strategic plan. Just formulating mission and vision, it doesn't matter. After you decide the mission and vision, how you are going to achieve this mission and vision? That's the major important thing. You have to achieve the strategic plan. You have to achieve this strategic plan by approaching this way, and you can easily able to achieve. So this is the method how to formulate the vision and mission statement towards this formulation group. Because while formulating the mission and vision, you have to think how much sufficient my vision and mission for the growth of your institution. That's the main thing. When you are designing some of the mission and vision, you have to think this vision can be accomplished with the help of my students and alumni during the year 2024 by implementing all these strategic plan. Like that, you have to measure the how I am going to achieve this. You have to weigh the route plan also. How to achieve this type of how to achieve this route plan by making challenges what I have been faced. What are the SWOT analysis given by the NAC committee or previous NBA committee? They have simply given your funding project is nil as per our statement. Like that they have given. But as your mission statement contained, I have to bring a research culture in the department to fulfill the consultancy and research project towards the social relevance. Like that you have given the mission statement, right? After that, the committee's weakness is states that government funding project is zero or it is very minimum. Like that they have given. Whatever you have received, is told this is not your project. This is not your current running project. This project is not up to the level. The amount sanctioned, because there are so many hurdles to achieve this research project. But how to overcome this research project, you have to design some of the strategic plan. And after designing this type of strategic plan, you have to decide, okay, these are the challenges right now in front of me. So I have to design a research culture. First, applying for more number of research proposal is the main target, and quality of research proposal is the second target. And the third one, submitting the proposal to the concerned research area is the third strategic plan. And connecting a principal investigator in CSIR or ICMR or at IIT at a higher end level or industry person, like connecting a principal investigator or a co-investigator and achieving the target is the strategic plan. So by keeping this all strategic plan only, you can able to design how much revenue you can generate towards achieving this measure. After 10 years, the research project will be worth of 1.5 crores. Then my mission gets achieved. Like that, you have to design the strategic plan, right? So you have to work accordingly. So that's the major thing. And coming to process of defining the vision and mission of the department. As I have already told, institution vision and mission should be very clear. Before you started drafting your department, the finalized institution vision and mission should be in your hand, and circulate all the institution vision and mission to all the stakeholders in different dissemination. It may be through website, it might be through WhatsApp, it might be through Facebook, it might be through your alumni graduation degree file, or it may be through your student calendar, student diary, or it may be through your parents teachers communication letter, or it may be through your FDP brochure. Like that, you have to disseminate that various things. After that dissemination, every stakeholder starts reading the institute vision and mission. After that, department started working, collecting more number of input from all the stakeholders. It might be parents, faculty, students, industry, department advisory board, professional society, alumni, board of studies member. If it is a autonomous college, if it is alumni affiliated college, there will be a department advisory board, and there are so many professional bodies will be there, and management representatives are there, and with all these stakeholders, you are collecting the views from the stakeholders. After that, you have to review whether it is suitable for our college, our students level, whether it can be achieved in 8 years or 10 years. You might be tell as a mission, top level institution in the India, like that you are mentioning. Top level institution in the sense of, I will be the top 10 institutions globally, like that will be your mission. So being a top 10 institutions all over India is a difficult task, because so many IITs are there, NITs are there. So we have to compete with them. We have to achieve all the parameters. We have to apply for a NARF ranking or some other institutional rankings, and you have to achieve the target. Then only the mission statement has been accomplished, right? So you have to think accordingly. While deciding some of the parameters, you have to decide what the students needed, whether it can be there will be more number of review and analysis to be taken care before you finally seeing the vision and mission. After 10 years, while you are doing the measurement, only 43% my mission of 4 has been accomplished. Then it indicates that you didn't review and analyze the process clearly before 10 years. So your mission is not achieved today. Like that, the things may go. So before freezing the mission and mission, you have to do so many analysis, and you have to do more comparative statements with the nearby institution and your competitor colleges, and you have to analyze with your students' capability, and you have to fix the department mission and mission. As now, computer science industrial needs is much more higher than comparing to civil or mechanical or triple. So in this perspective, the mission and vision of CSE department might be higher compared to triple or civil. So you don't compare inside the departments. They are putting higher targets, whereas we are putting lower targets. Definitely not. Before, if you take 5 to 6 years, triple and mechanical are in higher standards compared to CSE. So as the engineering field gets unbiased one. It may be higher today, it might be lower next year, and it might be gets again boom. Like that, it may be both the ends. So you have to review and freeze the mission and vision up to the standards what they can able to achieve. So hope you are clear with how the process of defining the vision and mission of the department, right? After finalizing that, I will tell you the how you can measure at the end of the. First, I will do all the process, and after that, I will do how the measurement will be. Next, after finalizing the vision and mission, you are going to enter into the PEO, Program Educational Objective. Mission and vision is related to the department. You have UG ECE, PG VLSI, PG Embedded System, like the 3 courses under the Department of ECE. So mission and vision should be common for all the UG, PG and PhD program, whereas PEO should be unique one for the different types of program. It might be different for UG ECE, it might be different for ME VLSI or ME Embedded, it might be different for PhD IC. So when the PEO gets achieved, your student has been successfully graduated. After successful graduation, 3 to 5 years of time period should be given. After 3 to 5 years, this PEO has been achieved or not should be measured by the alumni only. Clear? So it should be measured with the help of alumni. But while doing the process of framing, there might be all the stakeholders like your employer, industrialist, and your alumni. But while measuring, it should be only from the end of alumni and the head of the alumni. Only from there. Not, you should not collect any of the form from the any other persons like faculty members or students or industry persons like that. You have to get the measurable data only from the alumni. So the educational objective of a program is always expected to be an achievable one. It should be achievable one. And a graduate should be at a higher end position after 3 to 5 years. The career of the graduate should be a reachable one. Like that only, you have to measure it. Also, what the graduate should expect to perform in the company, expect to achieve during their work in their company, it should be delivered in your college itself, college life itself. Because when the industry expects a basic certain things like working of a Python coding, working of a communication system, working of a network engineer, the basic fundamental concept should be trained at there as a gain of technical knowledge to be carried out in the college education of 4 years itself. With the help of their education only, they can achieve their dream big during their industry exposure. If we fail to deliver this expectation, surely he will get caught in their industry. On the time, she started thinking, we have missed so many opportunities to learn this subject or to learn by connecting with the industry or IAPC or by going into the implant training. Like that, they started feeling. So as a faculty, we have to train, gain technical knowledge to the industrial needs by fulfilling the curriculum gaps between the industry and the institution. The POs may be guided by global and local needs. As vision of the institution you have here you have on your hands, department vision and mission you are having in your hands, long-term and short-term goals you are having so many stakeholders. With all their helps, you can formulate the POs. The PO 1 and 2 might be in K1 and K2 level, PO 3 and 4 might be in K3 and K4 level, and PO 5 might be in K5 level. But when you are writing some of the POs for a PG program, it always starts with K3 to K6 level only. While designing a PG program POs, it should not define the basic levels of understanding and remembering. So keep in mind that NBA won't allow you to frame the PG program POs at a lower end Bloom's taxonomy. So hope you might be clear what I am communicating. So for defining the POs, the faculty member of the program must continuously work on the POs, and they have, and it's sole responsibility of a faculty to achieve the PO by cultivating more number of technical knowledge to the students while they are studying and make them achieve big when they are our alumni. So that's the main thing needed from the faculty side as their expectations, right? And as a stakeholders, I have already told so many stakeholders on that. The reason behind choosing the local employers is, as Chennai born peoples are studying many in Velamar Institute of Technology, CTS or TCS companies will be in many locations. That's not a deal for them. But some of the companies only located in Chennai, and students also prefer to go only to Chennai. So my hometown is Chennai, so I can easily move from my home to certain company. So local employers will help that type of student to engage what the current scenario and how the work environment is. So only they have given the local employees. So process of formulating the PUs. How the process of formulations deals with. So you have formed the department vision and mission. There will be a program coordinator who will be the HOD of the concerned department. So he started collecting the inputs from the various stakeholders, both internal as well as external stakeholders. After that, he started reviewing, analyzing with their concerned department faculty members and conduct a department advisory board meeting. And in that board meeting, he project whatever inputs received from all the stakeholders and what the final formulator POs can be in that meeting. During that meeting, so many suggestions will give. It looks like so vague. I don't think students can able to achieve this PO. So kindly a little bit remodify. Instead of giving knowledge, put it as technical knowledge. Like that, the committee members will suggest their input, how the students can able to achieve this, and industrial will help them to achieve in the specific field. Technical knowledge in the field of electronics and communication, for example, artificial intelligence, machine learning, communication engineering, computer networks, wearable systems, like that. The particular scenario has been designed in the department advisory board meeting. And finally, the POs has been formulated, and it should be a countable measure of 2 to 3 POs in your department. So usually NBS suggests to have only 2 or 3 POs in your department for your program. Sorry, not department, for your program. Now I have successfully completed the POs. I have formulated the vision. I have formulated the mission. And now I have formulated the POs. So POs can be, as I have already told, yeah, graduates only can be measured. So I have given one example. Graduates after 3 to 5 years will be able to compete on a global platform to pursue their professional career in electrical engineering and allied disciplines. So he as a professional career, he have to compete, because one student is from Belamal College, one student is from SSN College, one student is from Anna University, one student is from IIT. All these 4 members as a group working as a team, and they are taking one project, and they are competing each other. On that time, he has to know the teamwork ability. Also, he have to compete, and he have to take the leadership skill. So that's a thing. Expectations nowadays to compete on a global platform to pursue their professional career. To pursue their professional career. Also, PUEO2 states that higher education and are engaging continuous upgradation of their professional skills. You have to continuously upgrade the professional skills. That's the main thing needed nowadays. You have to continuously upgrade your professional skill, unless you will be out of your field. Like that they will told. Before 4 years I was in the field, and I have developed the Java coding. After that I was in maternity leave for 4 years. Now the field is entirely different. This scenario goes for the many of the software company ladies, because for the maternity they may take 2 to 3 years of gap period. In that they will start moving from Java to J2ME, then J2ME to Python, Python to Arduino board processor, Arduino to Raspberry. It's every 3 to 5 months it gets upgraded. So you have to upgrade the professional skills, right? One second. Yeah. Sorry. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So while designing the POs, you have to communicate, you have to adapt, you have to deliver the things how the POs can be achieved. Like that, you have to measure it so that the demonstration or you can communicate with the safety and environment. So this is the structure how the POs will be. So this all this belongs to as an NBA perspective. We have gone through so many institutions and everywhere criteria one they started. It will be a bit more basic to just writing a statement. Nothing measurable can be taken over here. Criteria one fully deals with just writing vision, POs, and who are the governing council members and governing body members, how the department advisory board will be. Like that, they will start what the process of deciding like that. So getting mark is also easy. But this indicator 1.5 establish the consistency of POs with the mission of the department is alone sufficient to measure the remaining four. That how will you formulate it? This one thing will affect the entire scenario because while formulating the mission of the department should be in relevance to the PO's matrix, right? You have to design in relevance with the PO matrix so that both are interrelated. Mission of the department and the mission of the department and PO matrix will be interrelated. So you have to think wisely. So just to look into it, I will tell you the example how to generate the mission of the department in relevance with the PO's matrix. As you have much familiar with 1 to 3. 3 relevance with highly correlated, moderately correlated, and lightly correlated. One deals with slightly correlated. So this is the scenario. As we have 3 to 5 statements of PO, and we have more some statements of mission, you have to interrelate. PO1, how it's correlated with mission, how it's correlated with mission of the department. Like that, you have to correlate, right? So the matrix always indicates it should be a value measured with the justification, and it should be a value from the graduates of your department. Suppose my PO1 states that my PO1 states about technical knowledge, right? Hope it is visible for you. My PO1 is technical knowledge and M1 deals about quality education. Only one correlation I will do. So technical knowledge and quality education, how it is related, how the way it gets related with each other, it is highly related. As I told, technical knowledge is highly related with the quality education. So you have given directly 3, but this is a matrix and you have to give the value also from the alumni. From the alumni measurement, I have find out my value is 3. This is measured from the graduate. So I have prepared a questionnaire. In this questionnaire form, I have given to the graduate, and from the graduate details only, you can able to measure the quality education. Clear? What I am communicating with you. Hope you are clear with this. So the way of consistency should be in relevance with the matrix and also in relevance with the justification. Out of 230 graduate from Velamal Institute, I have get the feedback survey from 75 students. In the 63 students have given a high graduate marks. So only I given this as a evidence. So I have collected from the graduate and also I have collected from the employer where my alumni is working in his company. Like that, both the modes you have to take the quality education. Then only you can able to measure the value. 3 is correct or not, 2 is correct or not, 1 is correct or not. Like that, the matrix value should be in adjacent with the graduate survey. So you might collect the graduate exit survey, alumni feedback survey, employer survey. So both are more similar towards the mission of the department by justification. Because here, even if you put 3 or 2 or 1, you will get the mark. But how you are going to justify will decide you will get 5 marks or 4 marks or 3 marks or 2 marks. So the justification plays a major role. I will show you the example what the SAR data I have filled for my institution. And the second PO deals with research. Third PO deals with laboratory facilities. Fourth PO states about ethical and moral values. Like that, mission, you have to relate all these 4 with the mission of the work. Like that, you started giving values, right? So, hope this is clear with you, how the POs should be, how the POs values should be, like that. Clear? So, you have to think what the current scenario will be, how I can able to measure the value of graduate survey or alumni survey or from alumni exit survey, how you are going to do the corrections or how you are going to do the correlations between the one value to another value. Like this, it starts going on. How you are going to take the value. Because as a graduate exit survey, you can get n number of values from any number of persons. When you are getting from 2 to 3 persons, all the 3 persons gives negative values, then your attainment will be very low. So you start collecting data from n number of persons, 50 to 100 students. If you starts collecting, then only you can easily able to understand, okay, the data given by 100 students, in this 85 students have given the positive thing, remaining 15 students have given this type. So we have to take the remedial measure to this type of value. These are the suggestions they have given. Like that, you have to think in that perspective, right? So I would like to give some of the examples. So how to fill the SSR and how to do the backup documents for each and every one. So first one is state the vision and mission of the department of the institution. So you might be frame the vision of the institution, and whenever you are framing some of the vision of the institution, you have to bring out the keywords. What the keywords should be, because each and every students and faculty should keep in their mind what is the vision of the institution and department. Instead of thinking to empower the students for succeeding in a changing world to become productive engineers and responsible citizens. Instead of reading all these things, just they keep two things in their mind: productive engineers, responsible citizens. This is the vision of our institution. So I have to produce a quality engineers and I have to make them a responsible citizen. So my vision is purely depends on the student side, right? So completely it depends upon the student side. Whatever I am doing for the students, it will be related to our institution. So to achieve this, institution have taken 5 major roles. One is delivering a technical knowledge. Second one is delivering a innovative teaching and experiential learning, and knowledge and skills through industry and research organizations, infrastructure, facilities, ethical standards. These are the 5 measures they have formulated for the institution level, and with the help of these 5 mission, they can easily achieve the vision, right? So with these keywords, you can easily able to correlate how your vision can be easily accomplished. So productive engineers and responsible citizens with the help of these 5 standards. So now I have received, as I am a HOD of the department, I have received the things what I have to formulate. After that, with this document only, I am going to formulate the mission of the department, vision and mission of the department, right? With this help only, I am going to design the vision and mission of the department. So in the scenario, as I have already told, it's related to the students, productive engineers and responsible citizens. So I am forming towards the technical knowledge in engineering design. Technical knowledge, engineering design, for providing the solutions to the healthcare problems, for providing solutions to the healthcare problems. Clear? For, I repeat again, I am going to produce the technical knowledge and providing the engineering design for providing solutions to the healthcare problem. So mission of the department. So how it can be achieved? First, you have to produce, as I told, excellence in engineering design. Excellence in engineering design always, excellence in engineering design always deals to innovative biomedical products. Because when you can say you are excellence in engineering design, you have to produce some of the innovative biomedical products. And you have to produce quality education, healthcare industries collaboration, state-of-art facilities, global healthcare. So all these 5 missions should be interrelated with the mission of the institution. Clear? So how I am going to relate? See here, this is mission of the institution. This is mission of the department. So you have to relate both of the things. Technical knowledge, these are the 5 keywords for the mission of the institution. These are the 5 keywords for the mission of the department. So technical knowledge is related to innovative product. Technical knowledge is related to quality education. Then teaching learning process is related to quality education. So all the 5 indicators of mission of the institution is related to the mission of the department. So if you achieve the mission of the department, it states that automatically your mission of the institution gets achieved. Clear? Am I right? So what the backup document I can prepare for this mission and vision? So as it is a gender statement, what the things they might expect? This formulation diagram, surely they will expect in your end how you are relating your vision of the department with the vision of the college, how you are formulating the vision of the department with the vision of the college. Like that, first question will be there with your department documentation, and second one, for you have to get, for formulating this 5 indicator, you might get to conduct a department advisory board. In that advisory board meeting, doing brainstorming, you might collect 20 to 25 visions. After that, you are cut short, or you grouping 1 or 2 key indicators and making it as a vision. So you have to keep that as a document, collection and review, analysis of document, and finally approval. In the vision and mission of your department, approval should be prepared by the HOD, and it should be authorized in your department meeting minutes, department advisory board meeting minutes, and it should be approved by the governing body of your college. It might be principal, management, and it should be disseminated from the principal meeting with the HODs, and it should be reflected in your governing council meeting minutes. So all these 4 minutes should be a backup document for this mission and mission. So coming to the second indicator, as I have already told, program educational objective, here successful career, designing a healthcare industry products, and engage lifelong learning activities. So these are the 3 POs. Whatever the backup document you are doing for mission and vision, you can, same document can be proceed with the POs. If you have UG program and PG program in your department, my humble request, design both the POs. Whenever committee comes to your college, they doesn't check only your UG program. They started also checking the PG program only in the criteria 1, not go to attainment or like that. Only they will ask what is the POs of your PG program. Like that, they will cross verify, because you are formulating in the earlier days or only for the norms of NBO alone you are doing like that. And the third question, indicate whether mission, vision, PO are published and disseminated among stakeholders. So it should be available in your website, and it should be circulated to all the students and faculty community, and it should be in the social media networks like Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere you can able to disseminate it. And it should be in the posted location. You have to take printout or in flexboard or vinyl board. You can paste it in your department classroom, HOD cabin, faculty teaching cabin, and it should be in library, department library. It should be in your laboratory, and a piece of papers should be in your student corner notice board, and it can be in faculty handbook, student calendar, like the catalogs, more number of catalogs wherever you are disseminating, you have to keep it as, right? Parents teachers meeting, alumni meeting, seminar, conference, FDP brochure, education affairs, like that you can be able to submit. After that, curriculum, you might be framing your syllabus curriculum, you might be publishing your department newsletter, department magazine, you might be releasing your conference proceedings, you might be releasing your department symposium souvenir. So everywhere you have to paste your mission POs at all the prominent locations, especially these 3 one, vision, mission, and PO of the department. If you have enough space, then publish vision and mission of the institution also. So how you are going to disseminate? As internal stakeholders, management will be there, governing council will be there, academic council will be there, department advisory board will be there, faculty, student. As the external stakeholders, parents will be there, alumni will be there, professional bodies will be there, industry representatives, employers, faculty from other institutions like NIT, IIT, Tier 1 institution, foreign universities, accrediting authorities. This is the most important thing. As we are biomedical, some of the hospital doctors or ICMR like that will be the accrediting authorities. You can take the blood samples from your body. You like that, they have to aggregate the authorities. So you have to keep, if you are having some of the textile process you are doing, you have to get the agreement from some of the textile agencies like CITRA, some other textile members will be there. So they are also part of the member in framing the POs and mission and PU. While disseminating, as I have told, regularly you have to do the process of disseminating from class committee meeting to students, lecture book, alumni book, handbook, everywhere. So as I have already told, the process of defining the vision and mission of the department, you have to correlate in line with mission and vision of the department. With the help of vision and mission of the department only, you can able to formulate the department vision and mission. Because both are interrelevant. You have to consider what the institute mission and vision. So this and all I have already told, so I don't want to waste much time with the design process. And the same flowchart techniques has been given and process of defining the PU. So this is the statements, and main thing is I have to discuss about the consistency. This only I have to discuss more, because this is based on the mass of this only, it decides how your process will be, how the mission and vision, because you have formulated. For formulation they won't give 5 marks, but how much it has been achieved, the way of formulation is correct or not, is only done with the help of this table only. So I have given how strongly mapped, how moderately mapped, how slightly mapped. Strongly mapped in the sense of 3 marks, 2 marks for moderately and 1 mark for slightly mapped. So all the values should be there. You have to correlate, because here PO states as lifelong learning activity. Mission, how it is related. So okay, you just I can give all the values as 3, 2, 1 like that, sir. You have to give the justification how you are giving the 3, because PO1 significantly meets the mission of the department 3 by collaborating with the leading industries for successful. Because my mission of the mission 3 is related with collaborating with industries, and my PO1 states the successful career in biomedical engineering. Both are highly relevant, so only I have given it the value it as 3. Right? So hope you have understand how the justification should be written. If you have any queries, you can post it in chat box. We will discuss at the end. I will give sufficient time. Last till 3:45, I will wind up the session, and last 15 minutes we will have the discussion. And in case if my PO doesn't meet with any of the mission, what can I do, sir? Is it possible like that? You should never do like that. Yeah, PO should always meet all the mission of the department, and it should be interrelated with the mission of the department. Only you have to frame the PO, or else you have to delete the PO and you have to reframe it. It should not be not in relevance with any of the mission. It is not a correct PO to meet the achievements. Okay, so that's the thing. Suppose if you take PO2, design procedures, everything, and first mission, all. So is always interrelated with the quality education. So I have designed this type of values and I am giving the scenario how it has been achieved, like that. Clear? So you have to give slightly how the values will be, how the process will be, how it can be easily achieved. Like that, you have to think in the better way. How my vision gets more value, how my mission's value gets easily achievable with the current scenario. Like that, you have to match all the values. Clear? So I will wait, I will show the survey form. So because whenever you are framing some of the things, the graduate exit survey plays a much major role in this type of scenario. So you have to think what the values must be, how it can be easily in relevance with the graduate exit survey. Is it achievable or not? Like that, you can easily able to measure it, right? So on that view, you have to prepare a survey form and you have to circulate to the concerned. You have to give the survey form to the concerned employee, concerned authority of their alumni where they are working. That's the main important thing, because when you are framing some of the mission and vision, giving a values of 3 or 2 or simply doesn't mean that the way you are approaching is in correct form, like that. Clear? So you have to take a survey regularly with n number of persons to meet the values or not, whether my values is achievable or not. Like that, you have to make it very clear. So yeah, alumni survey form or yeah, alumni uh, form collecting from a employer is always in relevance with your mission, PUOs and vision of the department. It should be always in line with the value. Clear? So you have to make it as very clear. Suppose if you take the PEO3 statement, you have to engage in a lifelong learning activity. So lifelong learning is a sense that you have to upgrade your technical skills in terms of ethical values as well as ethical standard. So how you are going to do the lifelong learning activity? Suppose if you take the mission of the department 1, it always tells about the quality education. So quality education, when it comes, you have to learn lifelong. So only I have told my mission of the department 1 is attained by delivering a innovative concepts and ideas on current trends to develop their materials. Like that I have mentioned. If you take why mission of the department 4 is moderately mapped, because state of lab or facilities doesn't relate with the lifelong learning activities, because after college life also you have to learn some of the things. It is directly not in relevance with the state of art facilities. So only I have told clearly that it should be in relevance with the your mission of the statement. So till this, you can able to fill the value of criteria very easily by filling the vision of the department, mission of the department, and establish the consistency of the PEOs. So after PEOs, what's necessary is criteria one over. When how from PEO to where we are moving to is nothing but your program outcome. So each and every program, there should be some outcome in for program outcomes, graduate attributes are there. Washington Accord has been formulated the 12 program outcomes, and NBA standard has insisted to match the program outcomes formulated by the Washington Accord, and it should be related with your program outcomes, and NBA have given the same program outcomes in your NBA portal website. This type of program outcomes has been segregated as 3 parts: KSC, knowledge, skill, and attributes. So in this 12 program outcomes, PO1, 2, 3, 4 deals about knowledge. 5, 6, 9, and 12 deals about skill. 7, 8, 10, and 11 deals about the attribute. So they have segmented like that: technicals, non-technical, in that knowledge, skill, attributes, like that they have segregated whatever the things they need. So by segregating, they have fixed the target. For the program outcome 1, how much target has been fixed? At the end of 5 years, a student graduation, how much PO has been, value has been achieved? Is the target is achieved or not? Like that, they started measuring the values. That's the main important thing. As NBA insisted us to measure the values. If the target is achieved or not. If achieved, how you are maintaining the same target, how you are sustaining the target. If it is not achieved, what are the remedial measures you have taken to achieve in the upcoming year? Like that, they have made the target is achievable or not. So the POs has been decided, as I already told, by the accrediting authorities. So you might be much familiar with the Bloom's taxonomy: K1, K2, K3, K4, K5, K6. So K1 deals about the, remember, understanding, apply, analyze, evaluate. Like that, you might be more familiar with Bloom's taxonomy, and in every question paper you started working towards the Bloom's taxonomy. Coming to the program outcomes, can I change the program outcomes based on my department name? No, you should not change. So how can I differentiate the program outcomes? Because this apart from this program outcomes 12, I need some of the program outcomes can be much more useful for my department students. So I need to add 1 or 2 program outcomes along with this. So only they have designed a program specific outcomes, PSO, which can be added by your own. 2 to 3 PSOs will be there. PSO can be a unique selling point of your program. You can add on your own. If you are running a civil department, then it is relevant to a field project. If you are working towards a computer science, then the POS is more relevant to your applications development. If you are in computer science, EC department, then it is more relevant to the networking system. If you are in biomedical department, then it is more relevant to the healthcare industry. If you are in management perspective, then the PSO is relevant to the statistical analysis, right? So what the thing is missing in the program outcome can be taken separately into a program specific outcome, which can be added as a 2 or 3 points along with this program outcome. And that PSO also should be measurable, as PSO is framing by your own. Whenever you are fixing some of the target for PSO, it should be always achieved, because you only framing the PSO and you know the students level and capacity, and it should be always a achievable one. So my humble request, whenever you are designing PSOs, it should be more unique to your program. You can take some of the points from your program outcome itself, and you can add some of the catchy points inside the program outcomes. Clear? So what are the 12 program outcomes? As you are very intelligent about the 12 POs, what the engineering knowledge will be, what the program analysis will be, what the design and development will be, what the conduct investigation on complex problems. This and all, you are much more familiar than everyone. So what the thing you have to understand from this, the first one deals about K3 level. That only as a faculty we are missing. The term itself states that the engineering knowledge what you are going to deliver to the student should be in K3 level. But fortunately or unfortunately, we are delivering at K1 or K2 level only to our students, because we insist the students to remember or understand only. We are not making our students to apply the engineering knowledge. Only at the few points, few subjects, we may go into the engineering knowledge, but not at all the subjects. Just we make them to remember or understand, which is in the level of K1 and K2. This where the quality of engineers is missing in this part only, because we are not giving the assignment as a complex engineering problem, and we are not asking the students to produce the solution. So only we are stucking at so many points to design a COVID vaccination or to bring a solution to a so many industrial relevance project or social needed projects. We are still stucking on that, right? So the complex engineering problem is not given to the students as an assignment, so that we are not expecting any solutions from the student side, as we are dealing the students only with the K1 and K2 level. So my dear friends, my humble request is to move to the K3 level and apply the engineering knowledge in your respective domain to the students and make something interesting. As we are in COVID situation, they are in work from home, and you can give so many assignments towards the engineering knowledge. They can search on their own and they can produce something instead of remembering or understanding. And the K2 deals with K4 level. Problem analysis should be a K4 level, and it should be a analyze one. They have to identify the problem, they have to formulate the problem, they have to do the research literature review, and finally they have to analyze the complex engineering problem. Clear with this? You have to, it's my humble request, you have to make the student to move into a K4 level with a problem analysis. Just if you are giving some of the unstable multivibrator, ask the students to identify what the multivibrator is. You can ask the students to formulate the circuit diagram on their own, and how the 1K resistor has been placed at this places, how the capacitor has been connected here, what is the purpose of IC doing here. Instead of unstable, how the monostable can be converted. Ask them to do more literature survey, so that the students can start thinking in K4 level, and students can start thinking in K4 level. They can identify, formulate, and analyze more complex engineering problems, and finally they will produce some of the conclusions there. They will produce some of the innovative engineering designs to our society. That's the K4 level. And the third one is design and development of solutions. It's nothing but a K5 level. The complex engineering problem. First, all these 1, 2, 3, and 4, all related with, are interrelated, right? K1, K2, K3, and K4 are interrelated with each other, and with the help of one and another only, you can able to measure the values, right? You can able to measure in the first level, you can able to apply the complex engineering problem. In the second PO2, you can able to analyze the complex engineering problem. In the PO3, you can able to design and develop the solution for the complex engineering problem. Like that, it's interrelated with the knowledge level. All these four comes under knowledge level. In comes to the skills level, modern tool usage is there, engineering and society is there, and individual and teamwork is there, lifelong learning is there. It comes to attitude level, environment and sustainability is there, ethics is there, communication is there, project management and finance is there, right? So all are interconnected, and the interconnected values should be easily measurable at your end. Because while you are conducting some of the theory, it might be helpful for PO1, PO2, PO3, PO4. When you are conducting some of the laboratory experiment, it might be helpful for PO5, PO8, PO9, like that, because how the individual and teamwork will be. When you are conducting some case study, like doing literature survey, they might study about the engineer and society, they might take the project management and finance, and while delivering the Viva voice, they need some communication and how effectively they are doing. In everywhere, you will see the word repeatedly, the complex engineering activities. You will you might gone through at more places. Complex engineering activities, complex engineering problem. They actually, the expectation is like that. You have to give the complex engineering problem. You have to give the society relevance problem. Clear? So you have to very clear that whatever the engineering standards will be, the complex engineering problems has been given only. You can make them as a quality engineers in the current scenario. So coming to the final thing, outcome-based education. Wherever we are hearing outcome-based education, what the outcome? Before you started teaching, what the outcome will be? Before you start delivering, what the outcome of the end of the class? Students can be able to learn the signals and system. Students can be able to learn the digital electronics. Students can be able to learn the flip-flop conversion. Students can be able to learn the, like that, the outcome should be clear before you teach it. So nowadays, it's a four-way cycle. Outcome-based education is there, outcome-based curriculum is there, outcome-based teaching and learning is there, outcome-based assessment is also there. So you have to consider outcome of each and everything, right? So you have to take it clearly and you have to measure the values clear. So when you are taking into the outcome-based education, the values should be measured in the student side. At the end of the class, students can be able to. At the end of the subject, students can be able to. Like that, you have to measure it, right? Outcome-based curriculum. How the students can achieve the outcome. Outcome-based curriculum in the sense of end of 1 year, right? The outcome-based education at a very clear state. And outcome-based learning. Outcome-based learning is nothing but what I have to teach and what the student have to learn. Because I can't able to teach the engineering mechanics full subject. In this engineering mechanics is a vast area. In that, students can be able to design only the fundamental design of healthcare sectors. Like that, you have to ensure what the students can be able to achieve. At the end of the session, what the student can be able to achieve. And finally, outcome-based assessment. Whatever the things you have told, with the help of evaluation only, you can think out of 60 students, 48 students across 70 marks, which is the achievable one. So remaining 30 students, 30% of the students, I have to concentrate where the things has gone wrong. So I have to do the assessment process. I have to maintain the rubrics with the assessment plan. I have to change some of the assessment plan to make the slow learners into advanced learners. That's the outcome-based assessment usually do. Clear? So you have to think, all are interrelated. When outcome-based education is over, you have to jump into outcome-based curriculum. When outcome-based curriculum is over, you have to jump into outcome-based learning and teaching. When that is over, you have to jump into outcome-based assessment. So this is the basic scenario. Whatever the things, even you are purchasing some of the items like you are purchasing a mobile phone. You expect how much life will be there this for a phone. The outcome is 3 years. You are purchasing the television, TV. Then the life period is 12 years. Okay, the outcome is measurable, and you have to know before 12 years a warranty period can be claimed. So the benchmarking of the outcome will be a 12 years period. When you are measuring some of the outcome based accreditation, then you are measuring yourself on your own. How much publication I have carried out, how much way of preparation I have carried out to deliver this talk. Like that, it is a applicable one where students can be able to design it, right? So coming to the process of outcome based education, what the framework will be. So another 10 minutes, sir. Sorry for taking so much time. So usually you are getting so many feedbacks to measure the outcome, and you are conducting so many meetings to provide the assessment and the evaluation. That's a major thing going nowadays, because you are formulating the mission and vision of the institution and the department, and you are formulating the PO and CO, LO, everything for your course and program, and you are continuously measuring that, you are continuously getting the value of the measurement, and you are continuously continuously assessing the value. After making all this, you are entering into the class, right? You have mission of the department, mission of the institution, mission of the department, mission of the institution, PO, PSO, CO, LO, everything in your hand. With this help of this, for my course, I am going to plan and going to deliver the instructional methodology. So I have syllabus, I have teaching methods, I have learning activities, I have assessment tools. With this help, I am entering into the class, delivering the class for a semester of period. After that, a course assessment will be carried out. With the help of course assessment, you are doing the program assessment, and with the program assessment, you are doing the institutional assessment. Both institutional vision and mission is related with institutional assessment. PO and PO is related with program assessment, and CO and LO is related with the course assessment. When the target is not achieved, I have fixed some of the targets, and the target is not achieved, then I have to take some of the remedial measures. With the help of the remedial measures, you can be able to fulfill the gap in the upcoming years. How to fix the target, sir? You have told everything. But how to fix the target for a course outcome or for a program outcomes? Suppose I am handling a subject called microprocessor and microcontroller. In the year 2021, I am going to handle the subject. You have to take 3 consecutive years of previous academic years, and you have to take the result analysis value, what they have delivered. One faculty has given 74%, one faculty has given 78, another faculty has given 75. So I have taken the target as 80% of result for the course outcome 1, 82% for the course outcome 2. Like that, the target has been fixed. At the end of the year, you have to measure the value. If the target is achieved, you have to maintain the target for 3 consecutive years for the next 3 academic years. And for the 3 consecutive years, if the target is achieved, then you can be able to upgrade your targets. Unless you have to achieve the year consecutively, then only your target can be modified. And till that, you have to work on that. Clear? So based on this type of target and outcome based education, the system can be easily achievable, and you can easily able to achieve the final institutional mission and vision. Clear? So I would like to share some of the target process, how the program attainment has been, as we have a trial and error practices. It might be achieved, it might be based on faculty involvement, it may be students level of assessment. So everywhere it is interrelated, right? So coming to the process, so there will be direct attainment and indirect attainment, right? You can take both direct attainment and indirect attainment, and you can measure the course outcomes for each and every subject at the end of the semester. While doing direct and indirect attainment, the assessment may be directly through examinations, and indirect assessment can be taken from the feedback survey from the student directly or indirectly. That is called as a course set survey. How the faculty has been teach the unit 1. Whether the content delivery by the faculty is through ICT or normal way. Whether the assignment given is in normal level or complex engineering problems level. Like that the questions might be. Based on the indirect assessment, the values can be easily measurable. And it can be your own choice. It can be 60-40%, 70-30%, 80-20%. That based on your values given by your previous class handling faculty. So the last one thing, as I told you, the target can be fixed with the help of previous year students' performance. You have to analyze the course-wise university result grade, which the previous faculty has been produced. You have to select the course proficiency and the level of attainment by the concerned subject handling faculty. The level of attainment can be measured by the subject handling faculty before he starts the class, before he starts the academic year. He have to fix the value, and it should be formulated in your curriculum book, and it should be approved in your department advisory book. After that, fixing the target, it should be approved in the department advisory board, and it should be disseminated to the course coordinator. Because if you take a microprocessor, EC department have 2 sections, and biomedical have 1 section, CSE have 1 section, EEE have 1 section. So on discussion with all these 5 faculty, a course coordinator and the faculty will finalize the value, what should be the things to be given. Like that, he started plotting the values. So my dear friends, hope I will not bore you during your after your heavy lunch during this pandemic situation. Hope you are safe and you might enjoy whatever I have told in the criteria 1 and some of the indicators in criteria 3. As I have already stated, I am working more relevant to the accreditation process, NAC and NB, and I have given so many inputs and so many things towards the accreditation process to inculcate the quality to our faculty community. So your vision and mission of the institution should be clear. Vision and mission of the faculty you have to frame on your own. It should not be circulated to anyone. As a faculty, you have to think at the end of after 5 years. Now year is 2021. In the year of 2026, after 5 years, in my name, I should have 3 patents. I should have 7 Scopus Index journals. I should have 50 to 20 lakhs of funding projects in my hand. This is my 5 years agenda. To achieve this, I have short-term goal, I have long-term goal. This can be achieved with the help of this type of persons. Like that, you can easily able to calculate the values. Clear? So coming into the things, if you have any queries, you can unmute and speak, or you can do it in chat box. We will discuss for next 15 minutes as a queries.
Dear participant, do you have any queries? You can unmute yourself and then you can ask.
As everywhere starts saying about the NAC and the NBA is towards the accreditation. Don't think it will be a benefit for the institution or college. The accreditation always helpful to make yourself understand where we are lagging and where we have to move to and what the things we have to develop on our own. That's the major thing nowadays, right? You have to think in this way only. Don't think it as on the wrong way. Because everywhere thinking NBA, NAC, all these things, whenever it comes to it's a unwanted burden for us. தேவையில்லாம நைட்லாம் ஸ்டே பண்ண வச்சிருவாங்க, ரொம்ப பேர்டனா இருக்கும், என்னென்னமோ டேட்டா கேட்பாங்க, அது போட்டுட்டு அது கரெக்டா இருக்குமா இல்லையா அப்படிங்கிற so many thoughts might become. You take what the positive things from this, what the positive things should be delivered to students, like that you can take.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
Sir, what are the actions we have to take to reach the target level of POs? The POs target level is 3, isn't it, sir? The
Yes, ma'am.
higher level. So
Yeah,
how do you achieve that 3 beyond the curriculum?
Because
I think it comes in the criteria 7. The actions, what are the actions we have to take?
Yeah, but you have to take for all the PO1 to PO12 and also for the PSO. No one can be able to achieve the value of 3 because that's the highest number, and getting a 3 is a not achievable one. But when you are fixing target, the target should not, as recently in 2018 they have stated that the target can be reduced. It should not be a highest value of 3. You can able to reduce your target. What the target can be achieved in your last 3 academic years, the average can be your value. Like that, the NBA committee has been decided and they have circulated the circular also. Because when you are fixing some of the target, only you can able to achieve the values similar to 60 to 70% only you can able to achieve. 60 to 70% in the terms, the target attained value might be across 2.4 to 2.5 only you can able to achieve. So you can reduce the target value and you can give the observations and what the action taken. Because in criteria 7, it's always deals about the continuous improvement. What the continuous improvement you are going to do, right? Am I clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Then one more doubt. Guest lecture and industrial visit. These are the action can I take to reach the target level? Is it a correct action, sir? Or any other actions I have to
take? Any one of the point, ma'am. Only guest lecture and FDP is not a correct answer. It might be one of the answer. To fulfill the gap, you might conduct the curriculum gap. For FDP or even for some of the alumni lecture series like that, you might conduct. But apart from that, there are so many things you can be able to fill it. So you can, some of the examples I will tell. If you take, if example PO1, the PO1 achievable level, you have fixed your target level is 70%. 70% in the sense, you might get 2.1 or 2.2. Right? So in that value, you have achieved only 65%. So you have do the observation. What are the subjects you have not achieved? See here, I have shared with my screen. I have fixed the target as 75% in PO1. My attained level is 68.47. You can make it into a level also. The level can be of 2 to 3 scale, and you can make it as a, I have mentioned in terms of percentage, you can make it into a level also. So here, where the weakness has been erased, in electron devices and circuit subject, microprocessor subject, and biocontrol system. So marginally attained, because I am almost, I am in reaching level. So it is marginally attained. For these subjects only, you can take the actions, like modern pedagogy tools can be implemented for electron devices subjects. For circuit devices subject, I have given the case study. As you have already told, I have given the special lectures and model demonstration. I have given the tutorials and value-added course for the IPT. Like that, based on the things you can be able to modify, like group tutorials, group assignments can be given, and you can give something like industry-powered centers experience, training in value-added course, and awareness program towards that will always help them.
Thank you, sir.
Is this clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Because everywhere criteria 1 is connected with criteria 3, criteria 3 is connected with criteria 2. With the output value of criteria 3 only, you can fill the criteria 7. Criteria 6 is the most important with the facilities. With the facilities only, you can able to put the all these indicators. Without facilities, you can't able to do anything. And the criteria 4 and 5 deals a major role, because without students admission, you can't do anything. The criteria 5 deals with the faculty. Without faculty improvement or faculty cadre ratio or faculty retention ratio, faculty qualification, you cannot able to pass the pre-qualifier, right? So like that is going on. Yeah, you can ask me any doubt. Not only in this session, you can ask if you have any doubts towards the NBA in any criteria 1 to 10.
So, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, the funding FDP and why that content are not included in the SAR document, because
Actually,
they won't consider the funding projects in any criteria. Only the funding projects alone they are taking. Even consultancy projects also they are considering. But the funding projects, funding FDP, STDP, we are getting from the AICTE only. But they won't consider those things. Why? This is my doubt. Why they are not considering those things?
Yeah, because that's a major problem for all the institutions, not only for South India. It's everywhere arises, and even NAC is also insisting the same point. What the NBA has stated, the same point has been NAC also stated, because their intention is that you are giving some of the training program like FDP or STTP or one-day workshop or some hands-on session. You are giving some training. For the training support only, you are getting the funding. Just for delivering, it may be a traveling allowance, or it may be a food allowance, it may be a honorarium for the resource person, like that. But as a perspective, after training, you are giving enough training on the something called a Raspberry Pi processor, or you have given enough training on Python coding. After that, the students or faculty can able to undergo some of the consultancy or research project, and they have to receive some of the funds. That's a major thing. They actually, from their side, they are taking it as, when this question arises and we are in the NBA meeting, the NBA assessor and the chairman has clearly stated that it is a type of honorarium for the institution to conduct the event and for promoting the research program, for promoting the research project only, and it does not falls under the research project. It might be a honorarium for the institution to conduct this type of activities, just as a motivation factor only. It is not a outcome of a event, because you are conducting some of the FDP, by receiving some of the fund from AICTE. What's the outcome of the FDP? They started asking. Then we usually say we have delivered more technical knowledge. With this help of technical knowledge, they can able to publish paper, they can able to apply more funding projects like that. We can usually say they will take, that is the outcome of the publication has been counted in the publication. The outcome of the research is approved, then it can be counted, whereas this type of event cannot be counted, is the statement given in the NBA committee as well as in the NAC committee. Hope I have clear. And this is the problem everywhere, ma'am, because we have received 3 lakhs and 20 lakhs in the as a cumulative for last 2 years, but we cannot able to put it anywhere like that. After this so many statement, NAC has given the thing that just you claim it as a best practice. We regularly applying for the funding and receiving the amount can be a best practice. Your institution distinctness like that you can apply everywhere, but it can be a qualitative one. It should not be a quantitative one. Like that they have given it. That's the statement they have given. Am I clear, ma'am? Yeah, thank you.
Dear participants, any other queries? Sir, no more queries, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So I would like to thank the management of Velamal Institute of Technology for giving me the opportunity, and I would like to thank the Gladys ma'am for receiving the fund from AICTE for 2-week faculty development program on outcome-based education. That's the most important thing, what the faculty needs nowadays. So that's the most important thing, and where faculty has been trained. So I thank Gladys ma'am for receiving the fund and giving me the opportunity to interact with the faculty. I would like to thank Dr. R. Sukumar, HOD of CSC, and Principal and Management of Velamal Institute of Technology. And finally, I thank all the participants who sit calmly and listen to my session for the toughest 2 hours. 2 to 4 is the most toughest 2 hours after a heavy lunch. So I thank everyone for attending my session. You can contact me at any time for any sort of help.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, one and all participants. Velamal Institute of Technology and Management and Principal and Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and for all the faculty members. Thank you so much for sir to take in the wonderful sections today. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, Gladys ma'am. Okay, thank you so much for all the participants. You may leave now.